Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sara Shares a Lot. I am Sara, and you are all following my journey of understanding manifestation. Our first thing that we have been doing is going through Rhonda Byrne's book, The Magic, which is 28-day magical practices to receiving the life of your dreams. And we are on day number 9. Guys, we're on day 9. How awesome is that? You must feel very proud of yourself for sticking with this. So today's a really good one. It's one a lot of people are probably wanting to hear more about, and it is called the money magnet. So we are talking about magical money practices. So I'm going to get right into it. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. The more grateful you can be for the money you have, even if you don't have very much, the more riches you will receive. And the more you complain about the money, the poorer you will become. Today's magical practice turns one of the biggest reasons people complain about money into an act of gratitude. And so it's double the power to change the circumstances of your money. You'll be replacing a complaint, which makes you poorer, with gratitude, which magically brings you riches. Most people don't think that they complain about money, but Rhonda says if you are having a lack of money, then you are complaining without realizing it. And one of the biggest complaints about money tends to come when we have to pay it out or pay bills or pay for something. So she says if you don't have enough money, paying your bills can be one of the most difficult things to do. But if you complain about your bills, then what you're really doing is complaining about money. And complaining keeps you in poverty. If you don't have enough money, the last thing you normally feel grateful for is your bills. But that, in fact, is exactly what we have to do to receive more money in our lives. We need to think about the goods and the services that we got in exchange for these bills that we're paying for. And we need to be grateful for those things when we're paying the bills. Rhonda says that when you get a bill, or Rhonda says when she gets a bill and she pays it, she writes, "Thank you, paid," on every single one. And when she started doing this, she didn't actually always have the money for the bills she was going to pay. So what she then would write was, "Thank you for the money." She'd write it at the top of the bill. And then when she had the money to pay it, she would write, "Thank you, paid." So we are going to do this as our magical practice today. We are going to take any current bills that we have to pay and write "Thank you for the money" on the top of it. And then we are going to find 10 bills that we have already paid in the past and write "Thank you, paid" on them. If you don't have a hard copy of the bill, because I know a lot of us pay things online or have digital copies, she said what you can do is take the digital version and send it to yourself in an email with the subject being either "Thank you for the money" or "Thank you, paid." So you can do it for both the current bills you have that you haven't paid yet and the 10 bills that you have already paid if you do not have the hard copy. She says feeling gratitude for the money you pay guarantees you more. The money you receive back doesn't depend on how much you pay or give, but on how much gratitude you feel for it. So the more grateful you are paying these bills, the more you're going to receive money in your life. And it's not, I paid 100 here and I'm grateful for it, so I'm going to receive 100 back. It just depends on the situation. So these are great practices, and she says we should be doing this from now on when we get bills. We should write "Thank you for the money" before we pay it, and once we pay it, write "Thank you, paid." But don't just write the words. Also really take the time to think about what it is you're paying and what you're grateful for. So I had to pay my SAG dues this week, which really felt hard because I didn't get to work as an actor for the last several months. And I was like, what am I paying for? And then I really took the time to think about it. And I'm like, oh, I'm contributing to the team that helped negotiate the new deal we have. Like, all of that stuff, all of the things that my dues go to pay for, even though I did not make any money as an actor the last couple of months, those are things I'm grateful for. So that's just one example. In the book, she obviously gives more examples, like when you're paying your mortgage, be grateful for the fact you didn't have to pay cash for your house. And when you're paying a doctor's bill, be grateful about the fact you got to go to the doctor. Things like that. I mean, your electric bill, your gas bill, any bill you have to pay, there is something to be grateful for. So, to recap, today's magical practices, the money magnet. Number 1, we are going to repeat all the steps from Magical Practice 1, where we are going to write down 10 things we're grateful for and why, and then read them either out loud or to ourselves, and at the end of each one say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 2, we are going to take any current unpaid bills that we have and use gratitude's magical power and write across each one, thank you for the money, and feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. Number 3, we're going to take 10 bills that we've paid in the past and write across the front of each one the magic words, thank you, paid, and feel truly grateful that you had the money to pay that bill. And number 4, we are going to take our magic rock, we're going to put it in our palm of our hand, and we are going to think about the very best thing that happened to us today, and we're going to say thank you right before bed. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. I hope you're getting a lot out of these practices. I know I am. I've done this before. I've done this a couple times before. I actually just did it 2 months ago. And doing it this way, where I get to explain it to other people, is making me see some of the nuances that I missed in the magical practices. So please share in the comments where you're tuning in from. Tell me what you're liking. Tell me if there's something you're not liking. Tell me if you have a favorite practice so far. If there are people in your life that think this is silly, I definitely have one of those people in my life. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, that way you won't miss a video that I post up, and come back tomorrow so we can work on day 10. Guys, we're going into day 10. Double digits. Very exciting. Have a great day. Bye.